Whoa. Guys, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me right away. Jimmy, can you hear me? A-okay? Excellent. Hey, guys, are you kidding me? How amazing was Chucky Whitehead, by the way? That guy was awesome. He cracks me up. That was the second time we heard that similar deal in Gen Blue, and it was absolutely incredible. Why is it that I have to follow the guy, the Energizer Bunny, for Pete's sake? I mean, granted, yes, we all know I have a skosh bit of energy, but oh man, like he's gonna put me to like that just. Anyways, lots, and I mean lots to unpack with that. There's never a dull moment with Mr. Whitehead. I'm so grateful that you guys all got to hear that, and hopefully there's a couple nuggets that you took out of that and that you guys will be able to immediately apply into your business here moving forward. So what an incredible first half of our day, by the way. Absolutely incredible. So much there, from setting the table to Jimmy and the numbers. Like, one of the big aha moments in our group was, yeah, I guess I didn't realize how many calls I have to make. And it's not a lot. How many connections I have to make, because it's not a lot. And hopefully you guys had a similar moment as that. But going back to the table analogy, is there anything worse than when you're at a coffee shop or some outdoor restaurant or a sports bar or something along those lines, and the damn thing wobbles just enough to where your coffee like actually like sort of spills out a little bit, or like it drives me bananas. It's like even the stack of coasters that you put under there, or you fold up the napkins, it just still is never right. So Todd, thank you so much for setting the table for us between faith, family, finance, and fitness. Hopefully you guys were able to pull some stuff out of there, and you've identified what those four legs look like and how you're going to improve, if you will, those areas in your life. And then we're going to sprinkle in a little bit of real estate gold, right? Like, I got to be able to fund all of this. I think that was very, very powerful and impactful. And then bam, we're done, right? Like, we have all the stuff that we're going to talk about. We have all the things that we're going to implement. We have our goal. We have our life figured out until we don't. And what do I mean by that? So I'm a dreamer by nature. I mean, similar to what Todd was sharing. I remember when I was selling real estate that like I was convinced. I said, if I could only sell Tiger Woods a piece of property, he would tell all his golfer friends, and they would all be my favorite people, and they would all only use me. And I would be jet setting to some remote island. Like, guys, I literally had these thoughts in my head when I was like in my early to mid 20s. And you have these dreams and you have these goals and you have these visions for yourself. But when you don't have any sort of backbone or backstop or anything behind it to help get you from point A to point B, and for me, I figured out one of the biggest things for me was I lacked discipline. I didn't like discipline in learning this or doing that. I like discipline in the everyday thing, okay? The everyday thing in real estate. And like a lot of you, we're gonna unpack some stuff right now. But a lot of you are gonna say, I do that, I do that, I do that, I do that. But it's the fifth one that you're like, I don't do that. I don't do that consistently. Hopefully, right after this, you're gonna be like, I'm ready to rock and roll. And so guys, before I dive into your schedule, that's what it is. This is your schedule. This is a full-blown disclaimer. This is not exactly fun. It's not exactly sexy. It's not exactly cool. However, it is required in order for you to hit those dreams, those goals, that financial plan that you have in place that we previously identified earlier today. There's this saying, nobody wants to know how the sausage is made. They just want to enjoy the sausage. So right now, guys, sounds silly, we're going to make some sausage. All right, so let's rock and roll. So we only need 5 ingredients to make our sausage. Okay, we need 5 ingredients that we're going to do every single day to make the best damn sausage in the world. And by world, I mean your life. Okay, so let's not add a pinch here or eyeball here. These are very precise measurements to the T. Ingredient number 1, drum roll please, because I know you know what it is. It's prospecting. Yes, guys, prospecting. My ultimate goal for you is to be able in 3 to 6 months literally of consistent prospecting, you will, when asked, know the answer to this question. How many connections do I need in order to close a transaction? Yes, I want to know. Jimmy gave you the benchmark of 50 to 1. But wouldn't it be awesome if your number was 27.2 to 1 or 19 to 1? Maybe it's 100 to 1, but at least you know your number. The minute you know your number, the quicker it is that you're going to be able to get over that hump, right? There's a saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. It's this type of metric, guys, that will make your jet-setting goal an absolute reality quicker than you think. Number 2, education. Yes, education. Able, always be learning everything. Would you all agree that the market has changed? Would you all agree if we are smart, we should be concerned? If you answered yes to both of those, you too may be thinking, what skill set do I need right this second? What scripting do I need to have? What is getting and preventing me, getting in my way of doing exactly what I just already established I was going to do, right? In order to prevent my business from taking the step back, I do not want that to happen. So personally, I see this market as an opportunity for growth. Both growth is unlikely if we are not prepared, right? If we are not prepared, chances are our growth is not going to happen. So we've identified, and now we have to solve the problems that people have, whether they know about it or not. Education right this second is more critical and crucial than it ever has been. And that includes the last 2.5 years. I promise you that. Like, guys, commit to this learning, right? Find a podcast, read a book, learn new scripts, whatever it is. Maybe it's all of it, but put it on your calendar and just simply do it. Chuck talked about it just probably 45 minutes ago. Guys, sharpen those pencils. Number 3, marketing. Hopefully you all got your cameras out and you took a picture of that QR code, because that's your marketing plan, right? There's a social component. There's a just connecting with your people component. There's a mail piece component, whatever it is, right? I don't think I need to really say anything too much more, except that, guys, the answer is yes. You do it all, right? You do it absolutely all. Is it properties? Is it lifestyle? Is it video? Guys, the answer is, at the end of the day, absolutely yes. Here's some statistics for you. And I was teasing Emily. I shouldn't say teasing Emily. I was talking to Emily and I'm like, if Jimmy talks about it, I'm going to jump through the screen. I'm going to punch him. If Chuck talks about it, I'm going to jump through the screen and I'm going to talk to him. Here's the thing, guys. 85% of people do research on you before choosing a real estate agent. I'm going to say that again. 85% of people do research before choosing a real estate professional. This is your digital footprint here, okay? 57% of those folks make the decision prior to even speaking to an agent. What? 57% of people actually make the decision to work with you before they even pick up the phone and talk to you. They spend 79 days on average gathering data on you. So Chuck alluded to it. If your Facebook sucks, if you got some random post from when you were in college, Cabo, not good, take it down, right? All those things. They spend all those days doing research on you. So how are you showing up on social media? 72% to 84% are only contacting one agent. Huh? 70+% of people are only contacting one agent. So how are you putting yourself out there, right? So marketing, guys, follow that calendar, the social media calendar. He talked about the algorithm. He talked about the 4-word sort of cheat code, if you will. Get back into doing your geo farming, but not just sending the mail piece, right? There's more to all of this. Work with our marketing team, because guess what, guys? They went to school for this stuff. Guess what, guys? They will help you build a plan. Guess what, guys? They will execute on that plan with you as well. Number 4, appointments. I think by now you've seen a trend, right? The more appointments we go on, the more deals we put together, right? These are coffee appointments. These are lunch appointments. These are, let's grab a glass of wine, a beer. It doesn't matter. They're also buyer consultations. They're also listing appointments. I can't believe I'm going to say this. they're also showing property. What? It's hard to hit a transaction goal if we aren't actually doing the things buyers need us to do, and that's to show properties. Number 5, delivering exceptional service. There is a resort or a restaurant, excuse me, in Las Vegas that my wife and I absolutely love. It's a great steakhouse. It might not be the best, but it's a really, 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 really amazing experience. Like, it's unmatched. And I know Sarah's probably going bananas in Grand Junction because she used to be in the food and bev world in Las Vegas. But I'm telling you what, guys, the minute we walk into this restaurant, you feel like royalty. You feel like you own the entire restaurant. We like the food, but we love the experience. Never, ever, ever, ever forget that. And Shawnee later is going to be talking about some of those different things. But the truth of the matter is this, guys. Exceptional service is something you will always pay for, including a higher commission rate. So now we got all 5, right? So we got prospecting, we got education, we got marketing, we have the appointments, and now we're going to deliver on truly exceptional service. Sarah, the restaurant is Barry's downtown. It's at the Circa. Great steakhouse. Like I said, even better exceptional service. So each of you should have a blank schedule in front of you. And this is going to be a working little deal right here, okay? And I'm trying to find mine right here in your packet, okay? So we got all 5, right? Prospecting, number 1. There's a reason it's number 1, guys. Number 2, it's education. Always be learning everything. Number 3, it's marketing. Number 4, it's appointments. And number 5, it's delivering exceptional service. So each of us have this. Now let's put them to work, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to prospect 10 hours a week. We're going to show property and go on appointments 10 hours a week. We're going to do paperwork 5 hours a week. We're going to educate ourselves 2.5 hours a week, and we're going to market 3 hours a week. We add all that stuff up. That is 30.5 hours. 30.5, not 60, not 70, not 50, not 15 either. Right? And I know, I get it. I totally understand it. Jeff, I work 60 hours a week. And you know what? I used to be in that same sort of train of thought of this badge of honor. I work 60 hours a week and I don't see my wife and I didn't get to put my kid to bed but once this week. Right? I get that. It happens, but it doesn't need to be. Right? This adds up to 30.5 hours a week. And I'm no math magician, but that is significantly less than 60 hours. But Jeff, you forget all the time I spend on Facebook. You forget all the time I spend walking from my office to the printer. I'm not going to lie. That actually was brought up to me one time. I thought I was being punked. Neither here nor there. The truth of the matter is this, guys. We waste a lot of time. Okay, we waste a lot of time. We let all the distraction kind of block us from all of this. The whole point of this exercise, right, is when we get to it, is to simply bake into your calendar every single thing that you're going to do. And whenever it is that specific time, whether it's from 8 to 10 or 9 to 11 or from 12 to 12:30, that's the only single thing you are focused on. I mean, you're like the horses at the breeder cup, right? They got the blinders on. That is exactly what we're trying to do. I cannot emphasize and let you know how important that actually is. Earlier, right? Earlier, Jimmy showed you, discussed with you, shipped you off with your marching orders to go out and scorch earth. This tight, hyper laser focused schedule will get you from point A to point B quicker than most. And now it's up to you to do the actions. So if you want, please turn to page 20 in your book and let's build these things out, okay? Now, I understand there are certain things, like, Jeff, I got to pick up my kids. Jeff, I got to go to the gym. Guys, these are all things that you're going to put into your calendar, right? So we got 5 things that we're going to talk about, right? We're going to make sure we have prospected. We're going to make sure we're educated. We're going to make sure that we're doing the marketing, right? We're going to make sure we're going on appointments, and then we're going to deliver truly exceptional service, right? So add your office meeting stuff in there, right? Who's got an office meeting? Everybody should be raising their darn hand. I do. Great. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock on Tuesday. Awesome. Put it in there. Great. Okay. Jeff, I go to the gym 3 times a week. Awesome. Are you going to go 4 times a week now after hearing Todd? Great. Put it in there. Awesome. Jeff, I pick up my kids every single day at 3:30. Great. Put it in there. But now we sort of have the rest of this thing. All right. Now, the rest of the story is this. Those 5 things, 30 and a half hours a week. Let's do this. So they're going to tell you, right? They're going to tell you that the best prospecting time is 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock. It doesn't really matter as long as you do it. Okay. Now, after you have enough sort of sample size, you'll be able to figure out, hey, listen, you know what? Hey, on Tuesdays, I have found historically, I have greater success from 11 to 1 o'clock. Awesome. Then we know, once we have empirical data, that it will say, I'm going to prospect on Tuesdays, Thursdays at 11 o'clock. Good, cool, great. That's the first one. Now, education. Do you think better in the morning or are you more creative in the afternoon? That's going to dictate where we put some of this stuff. Now, for the sake of you've never done this before, I really want to encourage you to say, hey, listen, I'm going to try education Monday, Wednesday, Fridays in the afternoon. On Tuesdays, Thursday, I'm going to put it in the morning. Maybe I'm better. Maybe I'm able to implement some of that stuff. And you might find some correlation. The thing is, we want to be able to make sure that we have some sort of sample size so that we can go back and have predictive analytics to say, you know what? Q3, when the full moon's out, I know exactly who's going to answer the phone, when they're going to answer it. That's extreme. I totally get it, but you get where I'm going with this, right? So listen, we got those 2. Put it in the afternoon, put it in the morning on the next day. Basically copy Tuesdays and Thursdays should be damn near identical. Monday, Wednesday, Friday should be damn near identical. Don't overthink this thing. Copy, paste, right? So then we have all the different things, right? You built out your calendar. You absolutely built out your calendar. You're sitting here going, all right, Tuesdays I got a meeting at 9. Thursdays I got a meeting at 9. That means I'm going to do my stuff at 10 to 12. 10 to 12, great. Monday it's this, Monday it's that. Guys, whatever you do yourself a favor, commit to this calendar. Commit to this calendar for the next 12 weeks. Commit to this calendar for the next 12 weeks. Why? Well, Jeff, it's simple, guys. You cannot blow this damn thing up after 2 weeks. It's going to take you about 4 weeks to get in a habit of doing this. So if we do it for 12 weeks and it is a total flop, a total fail, guess what? We can hit reset, but we're never changing the things. The ingredients remain the same. Nobody wants to know how the sausage is made. They just simply want to enjoy the taste of said sausage. Okay? So we're going to commit to this calendar for the next 12 weeks. We're going to see how disciplined you are. We're going to see how disciplined you become. You're going to have laser focus. And here's the thing. I want to challenge you to share it with everybody. If you're at a watch party right now, fill this thing out. And maybe we're going to do this in our breakout session. Chances are we're going to, right? There's going to be a little piece of this. There's going to be some goal setting as well. But here's the thing. Share it with somebody. Share it with somebody. You see, I believe the greatest form of love we can show a human being is holding them accountable. So share this with your AC. Share it with your coach. Share it with your cubicle roommate or your office mate. Share it, God forbid, with your managing director. Because here's the thing. The people who've done this exercise with me, who live in this marketplace, who are in this office, and if I know that at 9 o'clock, so-and-so should be doing prospecting. And I know they're in the office. I'll walk down to their office. And guess what? I'll be like, what are you doing? Well, I'm doing this. I'm doing social. I'm doing that. Live by your calendar. Because the greatest form of love we can show a human being is holding them accountable. Because we're not disciplined. Of all people on this call, I don't know how many more people are shiny object syndromes, right? I know I'm not the only one out there. I think Todd's probably like that, right? Maybe that's why we get along so well. But listen, when we get dialed in, like watch out. Like I have to force myself to put blinders on. And sometimes that means making phone calls from your vehicle. That means making phone calls, walking around an empty office. That means maybe making phone calls while walking to the coffee shop. Whatever the case may be, you are going to have actual data to say when you perform best at such and such a time, that's when you're going to be doing some of these different things. And right now, of all those 5 ingredients, now more than ever, prospecting, education, marketing, appointments, delivering exceptional service has never been keyer. Is that a right word? More key. See, a shiny moment right there. Here's the deal. Guys, the minute you start committing to this, commit to it for 12 weeks. You guys can do anything for 12 weeks. I don't care about the holidays disrupting you. That's awesome. The holidays don't give 2 shits about your record or your goal, right? They're always going to come and they're always going to go. Guess what? You can have cooler holidays when you hit your goal quicker. All right. So stay disciplined, stay focused. Now more than ever, we have an opportunity to take our unfair share of the market. All right. So appointments, prospecting, education, delivering marketing, and delivering exceptional service. Those are the 5 things that should live in your calendar every single day. All right. Every single day. It's 30.5 hours. Yes, you can still go to little Timmy's baseball game because you did everything you possibly had to in that day. All right. So ingredient number 5 was always delivering exceptional service. And Shawnee is going to tell you exactly how we do just that.